You have to enhance your mobility because the bad guy will always try to limit your ability to move, so they'll try and corner you. Learn to fight where your back is against the wall. There's no warning when it happens. Be aware of your attack cues, understand body language. That will give you some indication that an attack's coming in. But if you want to start to understand pre-attack cues, take note of how people stand, how they move. Look for the obvious signs. You're more likely going to be attacked with weapons. So the first skill I'd start to work on is developing an understanding of where people are likely to draw weapons from. You can take time in your day, look at the people around you, try to guess where that person may be holding a weapon or carrying a weapon, and even extend it further. Try to think about improvised weapons. What weapons could you use that will help you balance the situation? The next truth is multiple assailants. You are more likely, again, to be attacked by multiple attackers who have weapons. Defending against multiple attackers is dangerous, but there are certain tactics you can learn. Funneling is one tactic. It's how to use your environment to deal with multiple attackers. For example, doorways. Great ways to actually funnel people. Using your environment, looking for natural obstacles within the environment will actually help you. So whether it be cars, whether it be doorways, big bins, objects basically that makes it very difficult for people to come at you directly or even behind you and surprise you. I mean, you're always going to be surrounded, but the more open the space, the worse it is. So learning how to get people lined up or in a line or around themselves is one thing. But the most important thing is mobility. You have to be able to enhance your mobility to be able to deal with multiple attackers. Get used to identifying where you could stand, where you can move. That would make it very difficult for multiple people to attack you. The last truth is on the ground. Now, we speak about this all the time in self-defense training. You don't want to go to the ground, but it's highly likely that you'll end up on the ground. The reason being is you're more likely to trip over, especially if you're trying to run. And if you're faced with multiple attackers, they might kick your feet out from under you. The perspective in self-defense has to be, can you fight on the ground to get back to your feet? And in the process of doing that, can you fight on the ground, taking into account that you have to deal with weapons and multiple attackers? The answer has to be you have to incorporate weapons training and multiple assailant training in your ground fighting. Be aware of your environment. At least if you have some awareness of your environment, you can preempt potential problems. For example, choke points. But take time out in your day to observe the environment around you. Look at how the street actually maps out. Look at the way that people transverse through that street. It's situational awareness. Try to understand the baseline behavior. And if you only take 5 minutes a day, you'll find that eventually it will become second nature. The constant theme is you have to have access to good mobility because obviously that equals to your safety. So the takeaway is mobility is key. Your movement's going to be limited. There's going to be very little warning of an attack, but more importantly, it will involve weaponry of some sort. And self-defense is a multi-pronged skill set. And the better you are in different areas, the better you'll be at self-defense. But mobility is key. Thanks for watching.